Hey guys, it's Frank. Welcome back to my channel. So a couple of weeks ago, I made a video titled What 700K Gets You in Downtown Toronto. And as you would imagine, the comment sections were a little bit mixed. Let me read to you some of them. I had one person saying that they enjoyed my open and honest assessment of the market. I had another person saying that they rather move to Yukon. I had someone that cleverly said that they rather move to Nunavut. Moving to Calgary, that's another one. And then I had like a person just suggest that downtown Toronto is basically garbage altogether. Some people like it, some people don't like it. But today I have a video that it tops up all of it, because this video is titled, I live in a 250K boathouse in Toronto, Canada. As a person that lives in Toronto, I'm gonna be reacting to this video, and yeah, I'll give you my take on a boathouse, even though I have like no experience of this whatsoever, but I thought it'd be a fun video. So if you enjoyed this video so far, do me a favor, smash the like button, ring that notification bell, and now let's react to a 250K boathouse in Toronto, Ontario.
When I first heard the houseboat, I walked along the dock and there was neighbors saying hello. And then when I walked into the space, it's very bright and open, and it doesn't feel like a kind of cramped, typical small boat or houseboat.
This place is pretty big. Like, I don't know what I was thinking when I was thinking of like a boathouse. I thought it was just gonna be like, I don't know, something way smaller, but this place looks livable. Like, it's arguably bigger than some of the studio units that I've seen out in Toronto, like a regular building.
So I just love the feeling of openness and the community, and the swans came swimming by to get some corn, and it just felt like this magical place that I couldn't believe was just outside the massive city of Toronto.
I'm pretty sure this is like Scarborough Bluffs area. Anyone that's living out in Toronto, let me know in the comment section down below, but I'm pretty sure that's Scarborough Bluffs.
My name's Kate Fincham. I live in a houseboat in Toronto, Canada, and I'm 35 years old. I purchased my houseboat for 343,000 Canadian, which is about 250,000 US.
All right, so let's make it clear that it's actually 343K Canadian dollars, not 250 Canadian that I thought it was originally. But as I'm seeing this place a little bit more, this place is actually not that bad, honestly. Like, I get that it's a boathouse, but like, I've seen some units out in Toronto, and like, this place is a lot bigger, more spacious, and you're like by the waters.
And then after university, I worked on yachts for 3 years. When I moved onto the houseboat, I was just so excited that I had an opportunity to actually live back on the water again. The monthly cost is my mooring fee, which includes my slip here at the dock, access to hydro, water, septic pump out, my mail, and also my parking.
I'm just thinking, like, what if this is like the new way of living, and like, you know, like forget building houses and condo buildings and all that sort of thing. Like, let's just all live by the waters, right? Like, think about how nice everyone would be. And like, okay, I get it. This probably won't work for a lot of people.
Since housing in Toronto is really unaffordable, I didn't think that I would be a homeowner anytime in the near future. I saw an article about houseboats for sale in Toronto in October of 2020. And since I had such background with boats, it was just the best opportunity I could think of. I kind of worked my finances around it, but it was something that I've been saving up, but not specifically for a home in the near future.
You can tell that she's a very like unique type of person, like in a good way. Like, not a lot of people are willing to live this type of lifestyle, but like, kudos to her. Like, she just saw that, like, understood that the housing market in Toronto is like next to impossible. Like, she easily could have just went to a different city or whatever, but like, wow, like, kudos to her for like living this lifestyle that's very different from everyone else. And like, look, she's like paying like a lot less than like what everyone else is paying, and look at this space. Like, there's even stairs going upstairs. Like, she can kayak during like breaks and stuff. Like,
I paid for my houseboat was a very good deal in general. A lot of houseboats around this area will go for $500,000, and some of the floating homes will sell for up to $1 million. My first winter on the houseboat, I had my drain pipes freeze twice. I had some issues with my water, and then it was trying to figure out my process for making sure that ice didn't freeze around my houseboat, which you use kind of little underwater fans called bubblers for. It was a learning curve, but it wasn't anything that put me off.
See, we finally discovered some of the like negative side about living in a houseboat, and it sounds like dealing with winters when stuff could potentially go down. Look at me. I'd be pretty stupid. I'd just be like, oh, I just if it gets cold in the boathouse, what I'd do is just wear my jacket inside. Like I'll just figure out how to fix the pipes and all that sort of thing in the spring or summer period.
The only real maintenance is the pontoons, so I do have to get taken out of the water every 2 to 3 years to maintain the pontoons and make sure there's no areas that are rusting, and if there are, sanding them down and repainting the pontoons. I've been doing renovations on my houseboat ever since I moved in, and it's just been a gradual process of kind of updating the kitchen and retiling the backsplash, putting in a little dishwasher, and just making the place really a lot more functional than it was when I moved in.
My stupid mind just thinks like, oh man, what if there's like a thunderstorm and like the water somehow like gets in? Like, I don't want to deal with that.
The entrance here is my kitchen, which is small but utilitarian. I have a stove and an oven. I have kind of enough counter space to make prep work and cooking all pretty functional. And then over here I have a dishwasher and my washer dryer combination and a fridge.
Now that I'm looking at my kitchen behind me, my kitchen isn't actually that much bigger than hers. Like her pretty much gets the job done. Like mine's like obviously a little bit bigger, but not that far off for like a boathouse. This is like she basically has everything she needs, like even a dishwasher. Like I didn't expect to see a dishwasher. Like if anything, if she actually just removed this like massive air fryer over there that's like taking up all that space over there, she'd probably even have like probably equally just as much space as I would.
And this is my living area, my dining area, my office. It's kind of everything all combined. Over here is my wood stove, so I have that on most of the winter time. It really heats the place up very nicely and has a kind of warm, cozy glow. Here is my office. So this desk is also folds out into a 12-person table. I have leaves that go into it. So it's great in tiny homes to have multifunctional furniture items.
Like look at her, when she's working from home, she literally sees water. Like I work from home, right? And do you know what I see? I just see, I see cars, okay? I see the traffic, the highway, and cars are like honking, horning, like all that annoying stuff. But like, wow, there's a big peace of mind just like you see water.
My back deck here, I spend a lot of time in the morning drinking my tea and just kind of watching over the water. And this is where I keep my kayak as well. So often I can just kind of jump right in the kayak and head off for, you know, a 20-30 minute paddle anytime I want.
That I have to admit, that's pretty cool. Like think about working and then say like your lunch hour. So if you work from home, it's lunch hour and you're just like, hey, I'm gonna just hop on my kayak, do a loop-de-loop, and then come back and then you're just like refreshed for like your 1 o'clock meeting.
So going up these stairs, this is a closet for my clothing, which is great. And then this is my bed area. I also have another hanging closet there for my clothing. So it's quite a lot of space. And then out here is the entrance to the waterside deck. And this top deck is probably my favorite place on the whole houseboat. It's just a lovely area to come and relax and read a book and have a glass of wine at the end of the day and just kind of enjoy the peace and the nature.
Oh my gosh, just when I thought this place couldn't get any cooler, there's even a upper deck, like balcony deck area. That's like, I gotta live in a boathouse.
Affected me in a very positive way. I find that I just really don't get stressed out about things almost ever. I take everything happily, and it really does impact your mental well-being. I would say being in nature and being on the water. At this point in my life, I can't really imagine moving onto dry land, but never say never. I would say that living on a houseboat isn't the cheapest option, and it's not the easiest either, but for me, it's the best lifestyle that I could get living waterside, very close to downtown Toronto.
You see, there's something about just living the simple life that eases your mind. It's calm. Like if you're living, so I used to live in downtown Toronto, like some of you guys know this already, but like being in an environment where you're surrounded by like so much, there's just so much stimulation, you know, there's always people walking around, stuff that goes down at nighttime, noise, traffic, honking, you know, all that sort of thing. But there's just something about like when you're by the waters, nature, mountains. I know there's no mountains here, but like it's you're like at peace, right? Like, because I think it has to do with just like the water, the plants, the trees, all that stuff. There's no judgment, okay? But when you're like downtown Toronto, where there's like so many opinions, people, all that sort of thing, it's like the environment is just like a little toxic, in my opinion. But to each of their own. I'm glad she made this video because she understands that, like, even she said that like this might not be her thing forever, but like, hey, it works for her right now, and that's the point of like life. Like, sometimes you think too far out, but when really it's focusing on the present moment and living day to day to your fullest. So anyhow, with that said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to this video. I haven't actually made a reaction video in like 4 months or so, but tried something different. I know it's a little bit on the lazier side of me, but I figured like making a video is better than no video for the week. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section down below. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next one.